I'm at the North Canton Goodwill and I'm gonna duck in and see if I can find any bargains. Are you ready? Let's get started.
This little gal is just darling. It's a hobbyist piece and I've never seen her before. Isn't she cute? This adorable snowman caught my eye because of the globe that is with him. I've never seen anything quite like this, and you know I love globes and snowmen. This tray has an adorable vintage look to it. Isn't it super cute? It's made in China and it was $4.14. Well, Santa and Mrs. Claus stealing a kiss right there in North Canton Goodwill. I had to take a moment to admire this lovely piece. I've never seen anything like this, and I thought it was really beautiful. I thought about this for my booth for just a couple minutes, but then decided against it. It's really cute, but it's modern. It's not vintage. And this globe was amazing, but it was damaged, unfortunately, or I would have snatched that up. This piece is called Generations by Willow Tree, and it rode around in my cart for a while, and then I found out it was damaged as well, so I had to leave that behind. When I first looked at this piece, I thought it was a willow tree as well, but when I looked it up on eBay, it was not, as far as I could tell. This piece is a tea bag holder, but it's missing a lid and way too expensive anyway. This monkey was really adorable. It was kind of like a rough textured item, and it was $3.14, I believe. The first time I saw it, it didn't have a price. This figurine with two elephants was super sweet. I didn't know if this would sell in my booth or not, so I left that behind. I thought these mugs looked really cool and looked them up to see if they might be worth something, but they weren't worth a whole lot. I believe they were from Target. I thought these mugs had a really cute look to them, but for $2.91 each, I didn't want to pay that much. That cuts into my profit a little bit too much, and I wasn't sure if they would sell. This crock pot sure has a vintage look to it. Have you ever seen one like this before? Look at those gorgeous eyelashes. Somebody quit monkeying around and put a price on this little guy. Do you think I should have picked him up? This piece was adorable, but it either had cracks or it had been repaired, or both. So I left that behind. I think this piece was a planter. The bunny was cute and the mushroom was oh so adorable. I did not like the blue there, and of course it had a chip. This Disney castle playset was so fun. I would have loved this when I was a little girl. I had to include this purse. It reminded me of a yellow beaded purse that my Aunt Pam got me when I was a little girl.
You've seen the shopping, now let's see the haul. I brought 3 items home with me, and I had a 4th item riding around in my cart until the very end. It was the Generations willow tree, and unfortunately it was damaged. I'm glad I figured that out before I bought it because it was marked $5.14. So let's see what I did bring home. I brought home this cool bath mat. It's so soft. I love the pattern of it. It's very big, brand new with tags. It had a Kohl's tag on and it dropped off. It was $19.99 originally, and I got it for $5.03. So something I needed. So I was happy to get that brand new with tags. And then I did pick up the Minnie Mouse Christmas mug. I think she's just darling. And it says Merry Christmas on the back. And it is actually a Disney mug that's marked Disney on the bottom. So that will be for sale in my booth next Christmas. If there's anything you see that I say is for sale, let me know if you're interested. I'll put the email along the bottom here where you can contact me, or you can send me a message through Instagram. And my Instagram will always be listed in my description box. All right, the last item that I found at the Goodwill was this cutie pie little elephant with his trunk up. And I was a little bit concerned that nobody would be interested in this because it's that non-glossy. I can't think of what it's called, and I adore that, but it is a Homeco, and so that made the decision for me. I went ahead and bought it. So I have a lot of Homeco pieces. I'm drawn to them, and I have sold some in my booth, mostly Christmas though. So we'll see how that goes. Now, since that was so quick and I only found 3 items, I did go recently to the Akron Goodwill bins, and I thought I would show you my little haul from there. First off is this lacquered box. I showed this to Amy from Yoso Boho, and she thinks it's hand painted. So just a 2-piece cute little box. Unfortunately, I can't read the tag. I might try to get some of this paper. I think it's paper. I might carefully try to get it off of there so I can see where it was made. I think it says made in India, but that will be for sale. This I'm keeping. I love this little guy. I looked down and saw him. He looked ceramic, but he's actually plastic. And I thought, oh, I wonder if that's a salt and pepper shaker. And sure enough, it's one of the set. It has the little stopper on the bottom, which usually I don't have good luck finding them. And he's just kitschy and cute and my style, so he's going to go in my decor for Christmas. I also found another bottle brush wreath. This one's not anything real special, but it did take me back to my childhood. I just remember these so vividly. So I did pick this up. I'm sure it was probably pennies, and I'll be keeping that. Have you ever heard of a Santa key? Look at this, how darling it is. So sweet. This is for Santa. If you don't have a chimney for him to come down, you can leave the key out for him so he can get in. I think it's very sweet. And it has this really pretty braided cord on there. It's red and gold. So that will be for sale. And then this is really cool. I saw this laying in the bottom of the booth. I've got my booth on my mind. In the bottom of the bin. And it says on the back, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but I'm going to try. Gerendi. And then it says Henri, Italy. ANRI. So I'll put that along the bottom of the screen for you, but it's hand carved and it's wooden, and it says 1979 along the bottom there. I'll put a couple comps up if I can find them again on the side. There's the marking. I don't know if it will pick up, but I showed that to Amy from Yoso Boho, and she said that they made a lot of cool carved things, kitschy carved things. So if you're interested, you can look them up and find out more about them. ANRI. Let's see, I think I'm down to my last item. Yep. I picked up a couple of canning jars at a garage sale that ended up being a good sale for me. And they had this kind of lid on with the metal across the top, and they're ball. These are ideal. I can't remember what the ones were that I sold before, but I thought I would give these a try because those sold right away in my booth. They were colored. I think I might have said that, either blue or green. Now, question, if you know anything about these, should I pitch these? These were with this jar, and I don't know if they would make it worth anything more if this is old or not, or if that would just be gross and I should throw them away. When I found this jar, it had this big piece of masking tape on it, and it said 20 cents, like it was priced for a garage sale. And so it took some work to get it to look like this, but I did some soaking and scrubbing and finally got it to look nice. That will be for sale as well. I do love to know what your favorites are. Just to remind you, these are my two favorite items, and I will be keeping both of those. And the bath mat, of course, I'm keeping. Other than that, everything is for sale. Contact me if you're interested. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, I'll link that below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.